Hello my friends. Today I would like to talk to you about the ever-impending doom of humanity. Yes. Fun subject, I know. The truth to the matter is that the end is nigh. It's been coming for centuries. But I think I finally figured out why mankind is doomed. It boils down to a few simple things. First of all, countries. An overpopulation. The overpopulation of countries, basically. It doesn't work. We're just not meant to live in these huge societies. True, we are social beings, but when a couple of hundred people are chosen to govern 9 million, as it is in Sweden, Sweden has a population of 9 to 10 million people, I think it is, and we have what is it, 200 people in the in government, or in parliament rather, 200 people in parliament, I think it is. It just doesn't work. Just doesn't work that way. The few cannot make decisions on behalf of the many. No. Democracy, for all its faults, at least tries to give every man and woman something to say, but it doesn't work. Democracy is a lovely sentiment, but it's never going to work in practice. True democracy would allowing everyone to have a say in everything. I mean, that just wouldn't work either. Because how many people do really know what they want? Now, honestly, the best way, I think, for democracy to work would be to have one leader elected. Someone who can have executive power, just make all the decisions. Can tell Parliament to go fuck itself and just decide. Because, hey, then at least something happens, you know? But that wouldn't work either, because that person would become a dictator and wouldn't give up the power after sitting he or she their turns in office. They wouldn't give up the power, so it wouldn't work. And dictatorship is not a viable option. It's really not. Although if you look at history, some of the best eras were under the rule of monarchs and dictators. Depends on how you see it, I guess. No, but this whole idea of countries is what's destroying mankind. And overpopulation, again. No, but having countries, like so many people trying to conform to and get together and agree on something, it's not a viable option, I think. No. this whole notion that everybody just needs to get along, that's also what's destroying us. I mean, laws as well. Law and the justice system, it's a fine idea, it's really, but it doesn't work. Not in practice. It's a lovely sentiment, it really is. Just doesn't work. We're destroying ourselves with laws and religion and democracy and just being people. The notion of free will is also beautiful, but hey, we're all just drones. Cogs in a big machine. And I know not everybody, but people have been saying this for years. I'm not the first one to come up with this. I don't think I'm some kind of brilliant mind with an insight on how to save mankind. That's not me. I really think humanity was at its peak in the earlier days of civilization, with the Greek city-states, for example. You know, the cities governing themselves, and a lot of land. I mean, I think that's the peak of human civilization, really. When you start building empires and countries just bound to fall apart. It's entropy. Everything strives for chaos. That's how it basically. Yeah. And I could also bring up how humanity is destroying itself by destroying the ecosystem and destroying the environment. I mean, that is going to cause mankind's and all species eventual destruction, but hey, we all knew that already. No. The bane of human civilization is human civilization, I think. I guess my point is, it's all futile. Really. We live in some kind of illusion that life is free and good, but we're really just prisoners, aren't we? Prisoners within a greater design, like the design of countries, democracy, laws. Fuck, I'm starting to think that anarchy is the only viable solution to anything. Allowing humans to be what they are, instead of being trapped in some kind of, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, really. There's no point. This video is pretty much a futile attempt for me to try to gain some insight into the greater design of the world. I would love for it to really just resolve itself, I think. But as I said in my previous video, I am responsible for my own life, and I need to try to grab it by the haunches and hump it to submission. You know? Yeah. Deep talk. Yeah, that's my thing now. Deep talk. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so, mate. I don't know. Oh, fuck, now I'm gone melancholic. Great. As if I wasn't bored, depressed enough, now I'm just gonna keep thinking about how futile everything is. Fucking hell. You can't win. You really can't win. And I'm not blaming the system. My last video was about how I hate people blaming the system. I'm not blaming the system, I'm blaming humanity. Of of which I'm a part myself. I mean, I do contribute to the faults of humanity. I am a big part of it. I am aware. But at least I'm trying to get some insight of everything. Trying to make it better. And I know this video isn't going to reach many people, like, fucking hell. Why would anyone bother sitting here listening to me jammering on about this, but I don't know. It's all, once again, it's all just futile. We're just a bunch of cunts living in an illusion. We think it's freedom, but it's not. It's really not. Yeah. That will brighten your day, won't it? Catch you on the flip side.